Hi students, welcome back to our social science class. Are you enjoying your classes? Yes, very good. Did you remember what we have learned in our previous class? Yes, very good. We have learned about goods and services that we use in our day-to-day life and also about production and factors of production. In the last class, we have discussed about two factors of production, land and labor. Today, we are going to discuss the other two factors of production, capital and organization. Shall we continue our lesson? Okay. Capital. Capital is essential for the production of a product and for providing the basic facilities for the same. It is necessary for establishing a factory, buying equipments, paying wages to the laborers, buying raw materials for the production, etc. What is capital? Tangible and visible man-made things used for production are called capital. Computers, vehicles and machines which can be used in the production process are also called capital. Shall we check what are the features of capital? Yes. Tangible and visible, man-made, helps the other factors of production, enhances the production skills of the laborers. Capital has mobility. It provides income to the producers. Like other factors of production, capital also gets reward. Interest is the reward for capital. Shall we check what is meant by knowledge capital? Knowledge capital is the full body of knowledge an organization possesses. Knowledge capital is dependent on the skills and talents of its workers. It is the intangible value of an organization. It is an asset that we cannot touch. We cannot measure its value also. The next factor of production is organization. Organization implies the coordination of various factors of production like land, labor and capital. The person who coordinates is called an organizer. The organizer plays a very vital role in the production process. What are the objectives of an organizer? Find out the factors of production like land, labor and capital, and coordinate the factors of production. Profit is the reward for the organizer. What are the responsibilities of an organizer in the production process? Coordinate the factors of production. Take steps to increase the quality of products. Increase the efficiency of the factors of production for large-scale production. Arrange the production according to the needs. The organizer must be a good planner and manager. So dear students, now you have learned that to satisfy human wants, products are essential. This makes production a continuous process. See this picture. It shows the circular flow of economic activities. In this picture, two units are given: household unit and production unit. The production unit produces goods and services and the household unit consumes them. The household unit supplies the land, labor, capital and the organization to the production unit. The household unit is given rent, wages, interest and profit etc. as reward by the production unit. The production unit supplies goods and services to the household unit. In exchange for the goods and services received, the household unit pays price to the production unit. Since production and consumption are continuous, the economic activities follow a circular pattern. Okay students, hope all of you understood the factors of production like land, labor, capital and organization. Shall we have a review of this chapter? Okay students, that's all for today. Complete your notes and read your textbook also. Prepare well for your exams. Have a nice day. Thank you.